Hello and welcome. This week, I want to clarify the words cerebral narcissism, or in other words, sometimes people will either use intellectual narcissists. Cerebral in the English word really means relating to the mind. Somebody who poses their mind as being superior to the others around them is where cerebral narcissism comes in. This behavior is very obvious when you're on the receiving end. You may find that if you're at a dinner party and you've got a cerebral narcissist at that dinner party, rest assured you will not be able to get a word edgeways. They will profess to have read everything, to know everything, and indeed anything that you might have seen or heard will be minimized or altered or ridiculed, and just leave you feeling like you're this small. Cerebral narcissists walk around thinking like they're God's gift to the world in terms of their minds being superior. They're more intelligent than the people around them. And people sometimes mistake and they think that surely it's only the very educated people who've got Oxford, Cambridge, or fantastic degrees that will walk around with cerebral narcissism behavior manifesting. But that is not so. You can have college dropouts, university dropouts, posing as the cerebral narcissist in the environment that they're in. This is about you or people posing themselves as being better than intellectually than the people around them. And how do they go about showing that? It's putting in words. They may know a little bit about everything, or they may know a lot about everything. And that doesn't mean that these people are not smart, or they're not clever, or they don't have a high IQ. They may well do, or they may well not. That is not important. What's important here is that they use whatever it is that they know to throw out into the world in such a way that it leaves everybody else around them feeling inferior, less than, and not good enough. They need to put people down. Now, if they find themselves in the company of people who are actually more well-read or better educated or smarter than they are, they can very quickly go into the vulnerable narcissism mode, where they say, if I had the opportunities, or if I had the degrees or if I had the support that this person had, I would have been far better than them. Then they will churn and change, twist, and behave in a way that they get their supply, they get their sense of attention, they get their sense of adoration in whichever way possible. Cerebral narcissists are not always the charmers, and many times they're not the charming people. They're not the ones who can go into a room and hold the room together. They may be able to do so for about a few hours, but afterwards they are spent. They're exhausted because that is not coming from a space that is just within them. It's something that they're creating. It's a mirage that they might be creating so that they can perform that they're these amazing people. But afterwards, they're pooped. Cerebral narcissists tend to be very, very self-absorbed. They could be people who just are recluses, and try to get that word right, or they might be loners. But what they will do is they lead their life in such a way that they truly believe that their minds are greater than all those around them. Cerebral narcissists walk around thinking that they are God's gift to the world in terms of their minds. So the people that they will hang around with are almost privileged to be in their presence, or privileged that they were chosen as the spouse, or if you happen to be a child of a cerebral narcissist, it'll be like you should be lucky to have a mother like me or a father like me because I'm so bright and I can educate you so much, but I am the one who's imparting this. You know, it's almost like you are lucky just by virtue of being in their presence, or by virtue of the fact that they gave you a little bit of attention, or that they have chosen you as their friend. Or if you happen to have a sibling who is a cerebral narcissist, you can be rest assured that they will always be the most educated, or the most clever, or the most well-read. It doesn't matter which way you look at it. With the cerebral narcissism, you're really just focusing on that person, seeing their minds as being better than yours. And how do you know that person is a cerebral narcissist? I can guarantee you, in their presence, you will not feel good. You will be made to feel, or they will be trying to make you feel like you are lesser than. They will ridicule you. They will make fun of you, or they might try and shame you in public about what you don't know and how much they know. All of this is coming from a sense of a deep insecurity, because why else would anyone need to put anybody else down simply by the virtue of the fact that they know more than them? It sounds ridiculous. There is no need for anyone to harp on about how brilliant their minds are if they truly felt that their minds were good enough and serves them just fine. So remember, humble people are not going to be coming across with cerebral narcissism as a behavior, because they just don't see the need to. They are secure in who they are. Cerebral narcissists are not secure in who they are. They don't have a sense of self that is robust enough, and therefore they have to go around proving to others that they are superior than others. I hope this clarifies this behavior type. Again, it's not a healthy behavior type to be around. So watch out for this behavior and see if you can see around the people around you if this behavior manifests. So remember, with narcissism, like I said before, they're like chameleons. If they don't get their narcissistic supply, which I will speak about in future weeks, and if you're in particular keen to recover from narcissistic abuse that you might have experienced at the hands of narcissistic behaviors being thrown at you, then please do go onto our website and register your interest in our upcoming courses and programs. So thank you very much, and see you next week.